Hello everybody. Well, the mess I got myself into. I am at the National Power Sports Auction here in San Diego. I bid on a bike that I didn't even intend to bid on last Friday. Today's Monday. And check this place out. First of all, it's fucking amazing. I love it. I'm in heaven. So like just walking around, taking a look at all these bikes that I saw online that I should have bid on and I didn't bid on. And I lost out on some really cool ones. Next time I know better. I checked out the inventory on the internet. Next time I'm actually gonna make the drive down here the day before, do my check-ins. Like for example, there's a Norton somewhere here. Oh, fuck. This was my biggest disappointment. Ah, damn it. This is the bike I was trying to bid on, and I got outbid by only $100, this MT09. This would have been, I would have been going home with this if I just bet another 100. Of course, I could have still gotten outbid. Sorry about the noise. And I'm also wearing a mask, so that's not helping. But there was a Norton, it might have already gotten picked up, but check out what I ended up bidding on. You're not gonna believe this. You're not gonna believe it. Because it is, oh God, I wish I would have bid on this thing. This freaking Hayabusa. Oh, that thing is a monster. Although I did bid on a monster, totally uncharacteristic for the kind of bike I would normally bid on. Really cool. That's that live wire thing right there. Total disaster of a bike. Let's walk over here to the bike I did bid on. Again, get ready for this. I totally didn't even mean to bid on this bike. I don't want to get into how that happened. But I ended up bidding on an M109R. Shout out to the guys at SRK Cycles. They've done a lot of reviews on this bike. So if you don't know, if you're not familiar with this bike, this is basically a Suzuki Boulevard. It has a 109 on it, which is basically like an 1800cc motor. It's a badass bike. And yeah, I own this bike right now. I just paid for it in cash just a minute ago, and we got my guy's on his way down here to pick it up, and there it goes. Holy shit. Anyway, so I'm taking it straight down to Dusty's Motorcycle Garage in Orange, California. That's where I take the bikes. Dusty's a good man. He knows how to make them perfect. If there's anything wrong with it, he's gonna sort it out, and then it's gonna come back home with me, and God knows what the hell I'm gonna do with that bike. It's basically a truck on two wheels. I think it has 130 horsepower. I could be wrong about that. Anyway, so that's my first experience at one of these auctions, and I totally botched it up. I didn't get the Norton I wanted. I didn't get the MT09 I wanted. By the way, I only got bid out by $100 on each one of those. And I ended up with a bike I didn't even have any intention of buying. All my fault, not blaming anybody else for it. But that's what happened. And let's just keep walking around here. I want to see if I can find that. There's a bunch of R6s. There is a really special Ducati here somewhere. If I can find it. It went up for, I think it went over 30 grand at auction. I think I see it. It's this Tricolore. Yeah, this monster. This is probably the most beautiful bike here. All depends on what you're into, but this is a $12.99 Panigale Final Edition. I think it's a 2018 if I remember correctly. And this thing went, I think it went well over 30. It could have been just about 30. But holy shit, this is a beautiful bike. So I think whoever bought these 3 bikes probably bought all 3 of them. That's probably why they put them next to each other. This is actually another bike I was trying to bid on right here, this FC07. But I got outbid pretty hard on that. For all you for all you fellow Grommers, there's a Grom here. This Kawasaki reminded me of it. That Grom actually got some good money. It's crazy. I mean, this is a dealer auction, guys. You would think Groms would be like $1,500 at the dealer auction. It went all the way up to like $2,700. And check out this beautiful Hayabusa. 1,300. This is 500 cc's smaller than the bike I bought. How did this happen? So, in case you're wondering how that happened, I was looking at 2 separate bikes, and the window was like on top of one another, and I clicked bid on the wrong window. No backing out of that shit. And you know, I always believe in the universe kind of you know, doing what is intended, and the universe did what was intended. I think this Ducati Diaval or whatever, however way you say it, I think this went for like a laughable amount of money. It was cheap. It went cheap. For some reason, dealers don't want to buy these bikes. They don't sell very well. And then there's this monster. I've never seen one of these up close. Here it is. I've seen a lot of reviews of this trike. It's definitely cool. Yamaha's done some crazy shit here. But yeah, anyway, let's see what else we got back here. Some really cool bikes that I missed out on. Really hoping to find that Norton. There's another Busa. Pretty disappointed in myself. Anyway, it was my first time around. I was bound to screw something up, and I screwed up big time. Oh, this is another bike I bid on. I got outbid pretty hard on this though, so I'm not too hurt about it. And here is a R9T. There's a new R9T out for 2021 with some pretty sick color schemes. And there's like an anniversary edition or whatever it's called. It's like a black and yellow. I don't even know if that one's coming to the US, but if you're looking to buy an R9T, you gotta look at it. And here is a K1200R. I used to own one of these. Mine was a 2006 as well. This is a 2006. It's probably the only 2006 left with its original exhaust, which is pretty amazing. And the reason you don't want this bike, even though it's a pretty sick bike and I loved having it, is when the ABS goes out on this bike, you're gonna spend like $3 grand or maybe more trying to fix it. Here's another R9T. I'm just naming out the bikes that I like. Oh, here's the Grommer. Look at this little guy. It's pretty sharp actually. I like it in white. God, man. It feels so tiny compared to these other guys here. It's got the Leo Vinci exhaust. Doesn't have pro taper bars. Ooh, what? How is that even possible? I thought every Grom in the world had that now. It doesn't even have the fender kit. It's pretty stock except for the exhaust and the mirrors. Oh, look at this. Look at that. Look at that little Easter egg. It's the Chimera air intake. Who would have guessed? Okay, so this is pretty heavily modded actually. Except, oh, and it's got the side markers too. That's cool. It's got a bike bell. That's so funny. I love it. All right, so I basically saw everything except for the Norton that I really wanted to see. I think the guys already picked it up. Some guys picked them up pretty early. Anywho, so I'll do some videos on the M109R once I get it all sorted and I feel comfortable riding it. I've never ridden a bike that big before in my entire life. And but now I own one. It's comical even saying it. There's apparently an auction going on right now, or maybe these guys just love hearing this shit. But yeah, so that's the National Power Sport Auctions here in San Diego, California. Well, actually, I'm in Poway. Oh, excuse me. Is this an FXDR? What is this? No. I don't know. Hardly makes so many goddamn bikes. I have no idea how to find the end of any of them anymore. So, cool guys. Comment. Let me know what you think of my screw up and whether or not you have any experience with the M109R B.O.S.S. This one's a B.O.S.S edition. And, you know, if you have comments on any of these other bikes here, I'd love to hear about it. So, yeah, click that button. You know which one.